He says that her re-election fundraiser was hosted by 3 defense attorneys in the case: Brian Steele, Bruce Harvey, and David Botts. All right, everybody, as Thugger Daily is reporting, a new judge is assigned in the Young Thug YSL RICO trial. Her name is Judge Paige Reese Whitaker. And stick around until the end of this video because you're going to see some interesting information that Thugger Daily is reporting about her that I don't know, it could be good for the defense, but it also might cause her to recuse. So we will see. What I'm going to do is take a look at one of her previous rulings that is in the news. Here it says Georgia judge declines to freeze a law to discipline prosecutors, suggesting she will reject the challenge. So this was from about a year ago. It says that a judge is declining to freeze a new Georgia law, creating a commission to discipline and remove state prosecutors, suggesting that she will ultimately rule against a law attacking the measure. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Paige Reese Whitaker on Friday denied a request for an injunction by 4 district attorneys who have sued to overturn the commission, arguing that it unconstitutionally infringes on their power. So basically, there's a law creating this commission to oversee the prosecutors. You're talking about D.A. Love, you're talking about Hilton, you're talking about Fonnie. So basically, there's this law that was coming out to create a commission to oversee all these prosecutors. And it looks like some of the prosecutors came together and say, hey, we need to stop this law. And Judge Paige said, no, she will not block the law. So basically, she allowed the prosecutors to have oversight. So I think that's good, right? I mean, if you are on the YSL side, you would want a judge who sees the benefit in allowing oversight of prosecutors. So that's very good. Now take a look at this. Something else that Thugger Daily is reporting. He says that her re-election fundraiser was hosted by 3 defense attorneys in the case: Brian Steele, Bruce Harvey, and David Botts. So apparently, Judge Whitaker's re-election fundraiser, or at least one of them, you had Steele, Botts, and Harvey all hosting a fundraiser to help get Judge Whitaker reelected. So you had to pay $101. Well, that was the suggested donation to attend. This would have been a couple of years ago as well. So we'll see if this comes into play. But this is very interesting that Steele, Botts, and Harvey all came together in order to help Judge Whitaker get reelected. Now, if you haven't heard, I'm going to go ahead and read off the reason why the previous judge, Judge Ingram, this is Judge Ingram, she recused herself. Why did Judge Ingram recuse herself? So Judge Ingram recused herself because this young lady here that we're about to see in this news report was her deputy and apparently did something naughty, wrong, prohibited with one of the then YSL defendants.
Here today and accused of trying to smuggle contraband to a defendant in the case. This deputy, Akiba Stanley, in this mugshot here, in the past.
So this Akiba Stanley was the deputy for Judge Ingram. And because of this whole fiasco where Akiba, she was arrested, she was helping this guy. His name is Christian Eppinger. She was helping him out. He was on trial with Thug and them. They have since severed his case after this whole fiasco. But because this Akiba Stanley was helping this Eppinger guy out, and Stanley at that time was a deputy for Judge Ingram, Judge Ingram has said, you know what? Even though I am sure that I could rule on this case fairly and impartially, it just does not look good. So Judge Ingram wrote, on or about June 1st, 2023, Christian Eppinger was severed from the ongoing YSL RICO trial on the criminal action that was recently transferred to this court by random assignment. Although there is no severance order in the record, the court was apprised of the circumstances that directly led to Eppinger's severance. More specifically, the deputy assigned to and responsible for the courtroom and personal security of the undersigned for nearly 6 months was arrested. So she's talking about this lady Akiba was arrested. Said deputy, who was still assigned to this court at the time of her arrest, is accused of 1, colluding with defendant Eppinger during the current trial to commit a felony, and 2, endangering the safety of citizens within the Fulton County Courthouse. Because this court's former assigned deputy could be called as a witness in any future proceedings in this case, the court may be called upon to assess this deputy's credibility or rule on matters related to her criminal prosecution. This may undermine the public's confidence in the impartiality of the proceedings. While the court does not regard the aforementioned situation as creating any actual bias for or against any party in this case, the court does view this as a matter that could cause a reasonable person to question the court's impartiality and reasonably give rise to the appearance of impropriety should the court remain on this case. So because of that, we are not going to see Judge Shakira Ingram anymore. And instead, we are going to have Judge Whitaker, who, again, is very friendly or has been very friendly with certain defense attorneys on this case. So I'm wondering if this might not be a reason that Judge Whitaker might want to recuse herself. If she's looking for an out, if she says, you know what, this case, it's going to take a lot of my time. It's going to take a lot of my effort. It's going to put me under the scrutiny. She could potentially say, you know what, a convenient out is I had these donations. These attorneys helped me out with my reelection campaign. This could present an appearance of impropriety, even though Whitaker, I'm sure, if she decides she wants to recuse, and we'll see, I'm certainly not predicting that she will. I'm not suggesting she will. But if she wants to, this here, thanks to Thugger Daily, we have this. This here could be an excellent reason to say, you know what, I also want to avoid any appearance of impropriety. So I think it's best that I recuse myself as well. Y'all remember this, and this is something that I learned from Attorney Adams, who's also on the YSL case. He said that these judges, even when they take on this YSL case, they still have to handle their normal caseload. And they have hundreds of cases waiting, hundreds. So, some of these judges might say, you know what, I just don't need the additional headache. I just don't need the additional stress. So let me know, what do you all think? Do you think Whitaker will stick around? Do you think she'll just dismiss the case right out of hand? Do you think she'll recuse herself? Let me know in the comments. Again, please do like all these videos that we make, y'all. We're working hard for y'all every day. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot for watching.